Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Anne Manera, and welcome to today's live color along. Here it is, Monday morning, April 15th. I'm a little early today because we had some crazy storms this morning. Thunder, lightning. Thunder is thunder and lightning combined, apparently, in my mind. Thunder, lightning, wind. It was just crazy stuff. So I needed to check some internet connections, and it looked like my router was blinking a little bit the way it shouldn't have been. So I thought that rather than be late, because the checking of the connections would have made me actually later than normal, I thought I would just be early. So good morning, everyone. Good morning, Alexandria. Good morning, Judy. Hey, Melody. Hello, Miss Mary Hannah. Hello, Alice. Lynn Miller's here with us this morning. I think she went to go look for her Woodless colored pencils, probably in Fort Knox, right? So thanks for joining me this morning. So this morning we are coloring with Woodless colored pencils, and I'm actually going to just get started in a couple of minutes since I'm already here. Plus, the other thing too is that I actually need to make sure that I am done with this by 10:45, so 15 minutes before our usual end time, because something has come up that I need to deal with this morning. So anyway, roll with the punches, right, you guys? So let's see. First of all, let's find the page we're coloring, and then I'm going to go give a dog a bone, because that's more important, right? What's the most important thing? I'm coloring with Woodless colored pencils this morning, and I have my pack of Ashley Nicole Arts Woodless colored pencils that come from Amazon. These are a 36 pack, great selection of colors. And if I was to compare them to the Koh-i-Noor ones, I would say that they're probably just as good. And they just feel a little different. So let me go get Scarlett and Paisley, who are whimpering in the background, because that's what they do, apparently. Right, Paisley? Paisley, I've got to go get you something to play with. Hang on. And we'll get started in just a couple of minutes. Hey, thanks for your patience. I'm back. Hey, Jamie Cheryl Waters has joined us. Good morning, Mr. Jason Searle Flesher. How are you, my friend? Jason is saying, everyone, hope you are all okay. I'm on top of the world. Just got back from the gym and got a personal best on the rowing machine. That's awesome, Jason. So awesome to hear. So how's the weather in your neck of the woods, everyone? It's pretty crazy today, isn't it? Wind, thunder, rain. Great day to just kind of forget the world and, I don't know, escape and color, I guess, right? So I'm working on my cat book. Cats and Kittens is what it's called. And my little kitty cat here, I don't know if you kind of saw it to the side, but this is one of the characters that's featured in the book. And hopefully it'll be out this week. So my plan is to work on it, finish it up tomorrow. Or maybe later on this afternoon. I'm not sure. It depends on what happens. And then already in my head, I'm kind of drawing another book. So the next book will be a book featuring a dog, and it will actually be featuring a dog that I know. So it'll be featuring Scarlett and Paisley's little cousin Charlie, the golden retriever, and he'll have his own book. I'm not sure of the name of it. I don't know if Charlie's mom is watching or not, but I don't even know if she knows I'm doing this. I mean, I kind of showed her my sketch, but Charlie will be the next book. I'm not sure what the name of the book will be, but I don't know. Gotta keep it real with all the, because I want to make sure that all these dogs have their own book. So Scarlet and Paisley's little cousin Charlie the Golden Retriever will be the next book. So this morning, let's get started on this page. This page can also be found in my book, A Medley of Mandalas. Kind of an old book, right? This book came out a long time ago. Let me just give my pink a quick shopping. Okay. Hello, Miss Bonnie Miller. Julie's joined us this morning. Good morning, Julie. I need to put something behind here, though, because it's not good back there. It's going to have too much texture, as they say. I was reading something the other day, this article. I should have shared it with all of you, but I don't know what I did with it. It was about people that have an accent, and now people make fun of them. And this woman was talking about how she has a New York accent because she's from Brooklyn, and she went into this high-end real estate business, and people didn't take her seriously, so she had to change her accent and start to speak like she was just like, you know, I don't know whether it was from the Midwest or just kind of an all like regular American type thing. And this one guy was just saying that, why did you do that? You should just embrace it and just kind of, just kind of go with the flow. So this one is called Hot Pink. Hot Pink. Can you believe it? I don't know if my lighting is good though. Let's see what happens if I turn this on. Hey, Anna. Anna Grundles has joined us this morning. And Anna, I'm going to give you a plug here, okay? Anna is an artist from Poland. And Anna is actually one of the artists that is joining us for Coloring Camp this session on April 28th to May 4th. And Anna is giving away some coloring stickers. So I'm so happy that you're watching, Anna. This is so exciting. So that's going to be so exciting. Can you believe we have I think we're up to 26 people have joined us for Coloring Camp so far. A lot of people signed up yesterday. That was so exciting. So, hey, if there's one person out there that has not contacted me about buying their book, so if you are that person, please get in touch with me. Please get in touch and send me a message or send me an email. My email is back up and running and working, but my website is still in the unsafe mode because I'm waiting for my certificate to be verified or something. I don't know. I have to deal with it probably tomorrow. Bonnie, I am early. I'm early because we had some bad storms here this morning, and I needed to check some connections because my modem for my internet was on the blink. It was doing a lot of blinking. Mary says, never knew I had an accent until I moved to Connecticut. I do embrace my New York accent. Yeah, I say embrace it. I agree with you, Mary. Totally agree with you. Why not, right? Don't get rid of it. Don't make it go away. This one's light green for the stem. Hey, I'm so happy that you agreed to do this, Anna. This is so awesome. Coloring Camp has some different artists involved with doing giveaways. With you doing this as kind of a cross promotions type thing. And I always love getting involved with other artists to do cross promotion. And it's some people think that when you get involved with another artist, it's competition, right? But really, it is not. You can kind of have a nice relationship going where you can cross promote and really kind of get to know the other artists, always learning something new from different artists. And Anna is one of the people that is with us for Coloring Camp, and we'll have some different links throughout Coloring Camp to get you familiar with Anna's work. And then Nola Hinsel, our friend Nola Hinsel, is joining us also for Coloring Camp. And Nola also designs earrings. So Nola is giving away a set of earrings. And then our friend Dawn Boyer, we all know Dawn Boyer. Dawn Boyer is giving away a gratitude journal. So that's very, very exciting. Plus we have Albert Jones from Black Widow Pencils giving away a set of skin tone pencils, which I will be using at Coloring Camp. We're giving away a puzzle book. That's cool. The puzzle book is being given away by artist Sarah Yee, who's from Singapore. I mean, I can't even believe it. I was talking to somebody about all of the giveaways, and I have had some early mornings lately trying to make sure that I was able to get in touch with and chat with Anna and Sarah Yee from Singapore and Albert Jones from Australia. So we're worldwide. We've become worldwide. So So this is going to be really exciting. And then we have another company that still needs to confirm for gel pens, so I can't announce the name of it, but there's a gel pen giveaway. And then I'm giving away a painting, so that's going to be cool. Judy's saying, I have some color pencils that are triangular. How do you sharpen them? I can't find them right now for the brand. Oh, that's a good question. Are they too... Usually, I have some color pencils that are triangular too, but they do in fact fit in a regular pencil sharpener. So it depends on how thick the girth of the pencil would be, right? So is it just that it's just really a very, very fat pencil, Judy? Jamie was saying that my book could be called Charlie and Friends. I know, I got to think of a good one. I'm not sure what the name should be. I haven't decided yet. I need to start drawing it before I think of a name, I think. But the cat book that I'm drawing right now that will be out this week, hopefully it'll be out this week. I can't really rely on that sometimes, because sometimes you talk about a book that's going to be out, and lo and behold, our friends over at Amazon are behind. Like last week, I had my 3D variety coloring book come out, and it didn't come out for a few days. Jamie, did you get an email about that book? Because it's finally out. I know I sent you a message about it, but I'm not sure if did you actually get an email from Amazon? Because I know you had signed up for an email alert when that book was out. But I contacted Amazon, and they told me that there was a problem with Amazon's website. So, boy, technology was crazy. And Facebook was down yesterday, right? So what I want to say to my coloring campers is that if by chance Facebook is ever down for coloring camp, then I have a backup plan. And I don't want to really announce that backup plan right now, because then everyone will think that it really needs to happen. So, but we do have a backup plan. But one thing I want to say is that make sure you are checking your emails also, because not only am I communicating with folks in the coloring group, in the Facebook companion group for camp, I will also start sending out emails this week to our campers. So people are still signing up. So I want to make sure that the list kind of gets a little closer to completion before I start sending out too many emails. So does that make sense? You never got an email from me, Jamie? You know what? I never did either. Come to think of it. Never did. This one is called Electric Blue, and I don't know how that's going to look with this. What do you think? Let's swatch. Let's test it on this back page. How will that look next to bluish green? I don't know. Let's try it. We're only gonna. Hey, Julie. We're only gonna be able to know if we do it, right? I'm gonna go with darker color at the bottom, and then as I pull up, I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit. Jamie saying my Arteza watercolor 48 set is triangle, and I use the same sharpener. Oh, cool. Okay. So what's the... Well, Judy doesn't know the brand. You already told me that. Did anyone have tornadoes? I know that I saw something about Virginia, maybe. I don't know if... Or now North Carolina, there were tornadoes. Or watches, anyway. I can't imagine. I would be freaking out if there was a tornado. I used to like wind. I used to like how it would, when the wind would, when you was really, really windy, I used to feel like it cleared the air, cleared the energy, which I still think it does, but I don't like it when there's something that's going to fall down, like a tree, right? I never got, I can't believe I never got that email from Amazon either, Jamie. I was watching. But apparently that might have been part of the glitch. It might have been part of the problem that they were having. So that book is definitely on Amazon, that 3D variety coloring book. And then Cats and Kittens will be out this week, hopefully. That's my goal. And what else am I working on this week? I'm not really sure what else I'm working on. I'm going to start drawing the Charlie book. Maybe I should just call it The Charlie Book. Maybe Paisley could name it. She could name it Roof. Roof. Oh, Miss Paisley. You think, Paisley? Paisley's gonna put her 2 cents in. All right, let's see. Now this one. This is just the purple color. It's called Dark Magenta. I would never think. What do you think, Paisley, about this color? Would never think. Paisley's got a lot to say today. Would never think this would be dark magenta. I've got to go get Paisley to be quiet. Hang on a second. All right. Hold on. Wait. Here. This is better. Oh, here. Where are you? This is a better one. Come here. Come and get this one. Come here. Paisley, sit down. Here. You want this one? Paisley's making a fool out of herself. Here, Scarlett. These dogs, I don't know. Hey, Dawn. Hey, good morning, Mamie. I don't know if I say good morning to you or not, but good morning, Mamie. Dawn, how's the weather with you? I saw that you had posted about windows rattling and heavy winds, right? I'm using a very, very heavy pressure with this purple pencil. I call it purple. I'm not calling this dark magenta. This looks like purple to me. And creating kind of a burnishing effect. And sometimes you can burnish with another color on top of another color. And you know, that's what's cool about coloring camp is coloring camp, we really kind of dive a little deeper, if you will, into different techniques. So we definitely get a little more in depth about more of the coloring techniques and the how-tos and the how to do it, that type thing. Hey, good morning, Sarah. Barb, how are you doing, my friend? There's our purple. And then this is a pretty color. I always like this one. It's called lavender. But it really does not look like, I don't know. Does that look like lavender to you? Does anybody have these pencils? I think Bonnie. Bonnie, do you have these pencils, Bonnie Miller? The colors are really nice. They're a little skinnier than the Koh-i-Noor Woodless colored pencils. And if you've never used Woodless colored pencils before, all it means is that there's no wood around the lead. There's just paint on the outside of it. So it's just pure lead. So I guess, in a sense, the lead is thicker. You get more lead with the Woodless colored pencil. Which dog is that making that crazy noise? Come over here. Scarlett and Paisley need need something to do for coloring camp, I'll tell you. So I guess they're actually, in the long run, a Woodless colored pencil really kind of lasts longer because it really just does have more lead. I'm going to pull that blue that's here. This is the electric blue that I used here. Let's give it a quick sharpen. I'm doing pretty good, Barb, for a Monday, right? Day started out with crazy weather. I don't like when there's thunder and lightning. I didn't want the power to go out, but my lights blinked a few times, and my internet connection kind of froze a little bit. I don't know. Where did it snow? I thought it snowed yesterday. Was it you, Bonnie Hughes, that said it snowed in Ohio? I thought people had said it snowed in Ohio or in the Chicago area, maybe. Hey, Miss Diana. Bonnie Hughes has these pencils, and so does Bonnie Miller. They're really nice, aren't they? I love them. I've had these for a while, and I have been trying to get this company that makes these pencils to actually be involved in a giveaway and to help promote their pencils, and I just can never, ever get in touch with them anymore. This is violet blue, and we're going to just kind of do this one with violet blue here. Oh, dogs are growling in the background. Can you hear that? We don't like growling in my house. Well, I don't like it anyway. Maybe the dogs like it, but I don't approve of it. I don't think that it's acceptable. They need an online dog with snack reviews. Oh, no kidding, Anna. They do. They're very vocal in these color alongs. Let me tell you, they've got something going on in the background right now. They both have a bone, and who wants the bone that the other one has, and who doesn't want it, and it's like the grass is always greener. I don't know. That's Scarlett that you hear whimpering right now. So I'm gonna put my pencil down, and I'm gonna go see what I can help her with. They do need an online dog camp. They need to do an online giveaway. They have their own coloring books, Anna. So they do have their own coloring books. All right, let's switch. Here you go. Here, Paisley. We switched. Yeah. Go lay down, Scarlett. They have their own coloring books. Paisley has Paisley's Bubbles because she likes to play with bubbles, and so it's everything that would be in the bubble in her imagination. And then Scarlett has Scarlett's View because Scarlett likes to look out the window, and it's everything that she would see as she looked out the window. Well, like in her imagination, I guess. All right, this is yellow, but can I see the color of this? Because it's in white. Bumblebee. Okay. Okay, this is a bumblebee color. I'm just going to color this whole section here. Oh, Miss Scarlet Rose. She's not giving it up, hey, Skull? Here. Okay? Go ahead. There you go. So I've had a lot of questions over the past few days about what type of gel crayons people should buy for coloring camp. And I use Moped. And the other pencils that I really like are Faber-Castell gel pens. Other than that, I have never used any other ones, and I've never seen any other ones used. So those are my favorites. And if you're worried about the colors for your gel crayons, really, we're using gel crayons as watercolor effect. So we're going to use them with water. So we're going to be mixing the colors. So you really don't need to worry about having a lot of different colors. And then, of course, the rest of the days of coloring camp, colored pencils and markers and crayons and gel pens and all of the above. You really just need any brand. So it's not a brand specific coloring camp at all. And the other thing is that we're going to be coloring skin tones on the skin tone day. I will be using Black Widow skin tone colored pencils so I can support the giveaway that I have. However, you do not need to have those. So I don't want people to think that they have to go buy those particular pencils, because we are going to take a look at other pencils, other colors that can be used for that. So does that hope that answers people's questions. So now I've got a chrome yellow color that I'm going to go over this other color yellow, this bumblebee. I've used this particular pencil a lot, apparently. Yeah, Anna, I figured that the dogs needed their own coloring book because they needed to earn their keep. So they have their own coloring books. All my dogs have their own book, actually. That's how I started. I started with, that's how I started self-publishing books. I started with a dog treat cookbook named after my dog, Georgia, years and years and years ago. Can't believe it was almost 20 years ago. And then I started with then I did in 2011, my dog treat cookbook actually was in 1999. But then I did my kids book for Georgia, Biscuits, Balls, and Bones, in 2011. And that's kind of when I really started with a lot of self-publishing. And then after that, I had another book called Eat, Sleep, Wag that's named after my dog, Willie. And then Scarlett and Paisley got their own books. And I do have one more dog, my dog May, that is no longer with me, who still needs a book. And I don't know what book to do. I don't really know. Dawn says, I got gel crayons at $5 Below. Oh, really? Crayola makes a decent set for a decent price. I've seen those, actually, but I've never used them. Dina Muller is saying, good morning, Dina Miller. What's the brand of pencils? Can't find them. Can someone post a link? The brand of colored pencils that I'm using is Ashley Nicole Arts Woodless colored pencils, and I'm gonna see if I can find a link. Let me see. Let's see here. I have to just do a search. I don't know if this, I guess they're still available. Yeah, they are. They're a little expensive. They're $27.95 on Amazon. But you can get a 36 pack, or you can get a 12 pack for only $20. Plus they also make graphite ones. I think I'm gonna need to try those. Have you ever tried those? Does anyone ever try the graphite ones? I'm popping the link right here. Gotta get these people to join us. Is that what you're using, Sarah? I have all of the Black Widow colored pencils also. I love a Black Widow product. All right, these are Prussian. This is called Prussian Blue. This is a really, really surprising color to me. Look at that. And I'm using a heavy pressure with this for these little kind of kind of half circles slash triangular shape that's sticking out of the side. There we go. So this Wednesday is our last color along for color along volume 11, but I do have a couple of color alongs that I need to make up the days for because we had some cancellations. So we kind of have like school day type things, you know. Lynn is using Arteza Woodless colored pencils. I've never used those. I'm gonna have to check those out. I have so many coloring supplies right now, you guys. I just can't even believe it. I'm very fortunate that sometimes a coloring company, a coloring supply company will ship me something to use while I'm live. So I can't believe the collection I have. I need to rearrange where I keep my supplies because I'm running out of room. What a great problem to have, right? It's like having the refrigerator too full, I guess. Dawn, do you have the Ashley Nicole graphite ones? I need to try those. I don't have a really good set of graphite pencils anymore because, I don't know, I have a DeWalt set, but, I don't know, I think I've used them up. Sarah, I'm not sure. The gel crayons I showed you. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Anne is saying, I love your inspiration. I'm actually pregnant now, and all I want to do is draw tiny humans. Hey, you know what? I say embrace it, right? Because if that's what you feel like drawing, then you should draw it. That'd actually be kind of cool. The tiny movement, right? The whole tiny mini thing. I love everything mini. I have a book called Tiny Crowds, actually. And everything is tiny. It's like little tiny angels, and there's tiny vases and tiny flower pots. I say embrace it and just go for it. Just kind of draw whatever you want. If that's what you feel like you should draw it. You've got to draw what you feel like drawing. You've got to draw what you want to draw. I just published my 6th podcast episode on Friday. I think that was Friday. And so many of you have listened to it, and so many of you have left the most incredible compliments. I just cannot believe. I'm humbled by the compliments that you left. Mary Hannah left an incredible compliment. Mary, thank you very much. And Julie Rhodes also left an incredible compliment that just kind of brought tears to my eyes. Both of them did. And the topic was living the creative life, or living a creative life, and how do you actually live that creative life. So hopefully you can head over to, you can listen to it. I don't know. Do I have a link? I need to, I never heard of the art supply ones. That's the ones I never heard of. That's the one, Sarah. All right, I'm going to see if I can find the link to my podcast. So you can listen to the podcast either just online, or you can listen to it it's on Spotify. It is, I'm trying to copy the link here. Copy, okay. It is on iTunes. It's in all different places. Anyway, you can listen to a podcast is where it is. You can subscribe to it. So, yeah, you need to check out that tiny book, Anna. I say go with it. Don't you think you should just draw what you want to draw? Like what you feel like drawing? I don't like when people tell me, I think that's why I would rather be self-published than have a publisher. I mean, unless someone's going to offer me like $1 million, then sure, why not? Thank you, Diana. Diana says she listened to my podcast and it was great. Thank you. I was happy with it, actually. You know what the weird thing is? When I do a podcast, I always listen to it when I'm done. But when I do a color along, the sound of my voice, I have to run. I run for the high hills with the sound of my voice on the color along. Why is that? Isn't that weird? It's very strange. Lynn says the podcast was an inspiration. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Now I need another topic. I don't know what my other topic should be. This is my purple color. I'm going to start out with my heavier pressure in kind of like this area here. And then I'm going to kind of ease up a little bit. And we'll learn more about blending and shading when we do our coloring camp. And blending and shading is kind of always the first lesson at coloring camp, because I think that blending and shading colored pencils is kind of like a foundation of coloring. What do you guys think? Because I feel like if you can blend and shade with colored pencils, then you can blend and shade with crayons. You could probably start to do it with markers. You can certainly do it with a number 2 pencil, right? So I think that blending and shading is important to learn. I think that's kind of like a basic skill. It's kind of like driving a car. You need to know where the brake and the gas are, right? Dawn says, I have the Arteza Woodless colored pencils and Artist Loft Woodless colored pencils. I do not like Artist Loft colored pencils at all. I don't know what's wrong with me. The graphite one's not sure what brand because I can't find them at the moment. Oh, Bonnie, thank you. I don't know why people love my voice. What was it that Julie said? That I had a peaceful wave? I don't know. That's kind of weird. It's a weird thing, but thank you. Jamie's going to pop a link for us. Thank you, Jamie. So, can I answer anybody's questions about coloring camp? Anna, if you want to be live with us on that day, you can. I have a couple of co-hosts that will be co-hosting with me on one of the days of coloring camp. Lisa Aykroyd, our friend Lisa Aykroyd, who's also a comedian, will be co-hosting with me during coloring camp. I'm not sure what day. We're playing it loose. We're going to be loose. And then Lynn Miller and Alexandria Sullivan have agreed to be my backup admins in a sense. Really, there's no role except a title, I guess. And it just basically, just in case I don't want to get kicked out, you know? Anna is saying, I agree. I worked with publishers in the past, actually, but I think best illustrations are ones that come from the heart. I do too. And I talked to Deborah Muller a lot, and I don't know if she's watching today, but she had given me some incredible advice, and I don't even know if she thinks that what she said to me was even advice at all, but I think of her all the time when I am drawing something. And one of the things that she said to me was that I just kind of draw my coloring pages, draw my coloring book, and then I look over and say, hey, you know what? That's good enough. And you know what? I think that I think of that all the time when I'm drawing a book. And since I have done that, since I've kind of let that fall away, you know, the perfection fall away, it definitely has helped. What do you think, Anna? Do you think that works? Jamie says, your voice is inspiring to color too. Oh, you guys. This one is this light green color, which is here. So I want to actually make my eye go from here to here. So that's another thing that when you're coloring something, it's not about the color that you're actually using, but it's the placement of color on the page and the placement of how it is placed on the page, and it creates a rhythm. So when something creates a rhythm, it creates a rhythm for your eye, basically, when it comes to art. It's kind of a stripped down definition of what rhythm is. And it creates a rhythm, whether it's a rhythm created with colors. So maybe I'm going to look at this and I'm going to see purple, and my eye is going to go either from here to here or from here to here, or it will create a rhythm when it comes to pattern and it actually kind of moving along. I just want to check to see if you have me on your coloring camp list, Cheryl is asking. I'm going to look right now. I think so. Are you in the group? There's some people, well, you know what, yesterday, yeah, I do, Cheryl, but make sure you have the link to the group. Do you have the link to the group, Cheryl? Because I spent some time yesterday going through my list, and I know that I kept emailing you. I don't think I have you in the group. For some reason, I don't think I do. I'll have to message you the group, the link. I can't do it while I'm live. Thank you, Julie. So I'm gonna take this green and I'm gonna pull it out, do it on the outside. You don't have the link? I'll get it to you, Cheryl. I'm just gonna put this green color on the outside, on the outer portion here. So think about the relationship of the color. Think about the relationship of the purple next to the green or the green next to the blue, and how do they look together. And if you have not seen my colorist palette color book yet, let me give you a quick glimpse of what that looks like. If you have not seen this book yet, this book is exactly for that purpose. So this colorist color palettes is a reference guide to picking colors for coloring pages or for any other type of craft project, art project, home interior decorating project, whatever. And this has these circles that are in here with some different color combinations, color families to go together, and you can kind of use this as your reference guide. It's just really visually, it's just picture related. So you want to say, hey, well, maybe I want to see what this lime green looks like with this dark green, or maybe I want to see how does this light pink look next to that purple, and so on and so on and so on. So this book has 56 of these color inspiration wheels, if you will. And then it has, and this is an 8.5 by 11 printed copy book on Amazon for $15.99. But you can also get this book as a Kindle version for only $4.99. So I like the Kindle version because I can just kind of see it over to the side. But I really like this printed version too because I get to see my own either finished coloring pages in print or paintings. So for example, these color palettes, there's 30 of these color palettes, and it has the painting or finished coloring page that I have done, and then it has 4 different colors. So sometimes you'll see these type of color palettes on Pinterest with stock photography, and this book does not have stock photography. I think I'm going to do another book like this. What do you guys think? For those of you that have this, I know Diana has this book and she loves it. What do you think, Diana? I always like to ask you guys. Is the name of those crayons called Art Supply Super Crayons, Sarah? So here's one of my paintings, and then I pulled 4 colors out of that. Another 2 more of my paintings that I pulled 4 colors out of each one of these. Sarah, you like the Kindle version? So what do you think? I have a whole other set of paintings to do a second one of these. And I think that if it's the Kindle version, it's really affordable because that $4.99 price point makes it kind of fun. And it will be a printed version too because I like to see the paintings in print. And the printed version too is cool because a lot of people want to buy my paintings and they say I can't really afford them. However, if you had this book, like Diana had told me, you have this book too, Bonnie. What do you think, Bonnie? You think I should do a second one I was thinking of doing a second one by the summertime. And then you actually have these paintings in printed form. So that's really that's even more of a deal. I mean, I don't want to say chop it up, but you could chop it up and frame them. So this is another landscape painting, finished coloring pages, or a painting, and then it has the colors. And it has 30 of these, or some coloring pages. These are from my cat and dog angel books. Or from Tangle Mandalas or the Still Life coloring book. I would definitely get another Kindle version. Yeah, I think I'm going to do another one. I think it was a lot of fun, Dawn. It was a lot of fun because I got to see the everything in print. Thanks, Jamie. Thank you, Anna. Anna's saying, awesome idea with the colored pages and paintings as reference. Yeah, I just see all those stock photography ones on like Pinterest or Instagram. Oh, Diana, this book is awesome. Diana saying one of my most prized possessions. It's one of my most prized possessions too. I love it. See, a lot of people have the book. It's $15.99, but it's hard to do a colored book, a book with color inside it. The price really skyrockets. And even if you put a red dot on one page, a tiny little dot, it makes the price really skyrocket. But I thought it was going to be, and that's why I did two-sided, because if not, it would have been awful. Colorist Color Palettes is what it's called, Julie. And it's the printed version and it's the Kindle version. I feel like I just have so many books that I want to show you, and I just never have a chance to show everything. So after Wednesday, we are doing our last color along on Wednesday from Color Along Volume 11. And then we're taking a break from color alongs until May 13th. I know, isn't that awful? I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be in withdrawal. But we're taking a break from color alongs because we have coloring camp that starts on April 28th. And then I'm taking that week off after coloring camp until May 13th. So that I'm not doing any color alongs or anything scheduled anyway. And coloring camp is a little exhausting, I've got to be honest with you. So I like to be able to kind of decompress when we're done with it. I'm going to do another one then. If only one person wants it, Diana, I'm doing another one. And then I'll be working on new books while I'm on my color along break. And I'll also be going live doing color along, some color alongs from some new books that are not a scheduled color along, or a like a book launch for other things, or doing flip throughs, that type of thing. So this page is done. Sarah wants me to show a new book. Let me see what I have for a new book, because I don't have all of them. I don't have the 3D variety. But I will show you these three quickly before we leave, because I actually need to make sure that I end this. Oh, excuse me. For my excuse the wobble. I need to make sure I end this today by 10:45, because I need to take care of something that kind of just popped up today. So Color Along 12 starts on May 13th. Okay, so here is Color Along Volume 12. We're beginning this on May 13th, and this book is going to be a little bit different than Color Along Volume 11. And here's what's different about it. We typically meet on Mondays and Wednesdays, but Color Along Volume 12, because we're going into the summer months, I decided to drop this book down to only Mondays. So for Color Along Volume 12, we will be meeting May 13th. This is wrong. Until October 7th. This is wrong here. We have an issue here. This should say October 7th. Actually, let me get the right one. So here's the correct one. So we're meeting on October 7th. I mean, from May 13th to October 7th on Mondays only. What are we going to do on Wednesdays? Well, we're going to do book launches, and I'm going to be coloring for a lot of different artists throughout the summer. We're going to be coloring some different books, some pages from some different books. For example, we'll be coloring from Mandalas in 3D. We're going to take a look at that. And we'll be also coloring from this book too, Mindless Mandalas. I've got some new books coming out. We'll be talking about those. So different types of things like that. But as far as the regularly scheduled programming or regularly scheduled color alongs, will only be on Mondays for Color Along Volume 12. But this book will also still have the art history spin to it. So we're still going to be learning about fresco style and pointillism. And in this book, we're going to learn about folk art. What else are we going to learn? Impressionism, wood grain effect. We're going to learn about, we're going to do some digital coloring, pop art. That'll be fun. We'll learn about Roy Lichtenstein, or we'll get more into Andy Warhol in the whole pop art movement. We'll do a stained glass color along, sparkle pops, our Pentel sparkle pops, that type of thing. Wednesdays are harder for me because it's paydays, Judy's saying. Well, the other thing, too, is that a lot of people have been saying I haven't caught up yet. I've been having trouble keeping up with the book. So this color along will give everyone a chance to keep up better. It'll drop it down. We'll still have a Color Along Volume 12 group. And the other thing that I did with this book is that it's actually in order. I was organized. I put my thinking cap on, and everything is actually in order in the book. I've never done this before. I'm always jumping around inside the book, but this one's in order. So our first color along begins with this cat, and for fresco style, then we move on to pointillism, and then we move on to mixed media, and so on and so on. So the schedule that's posted, and I can get this schedule will be on my Facebook page over the next week, also as we promote this book even more. So that's Color Along Volume 12, and that we'll be coloring from starting on May 13th. So it's going to be fun, and it's going to be a lot of different things. It'll also have some PDF packets. So when you do purchase this book, be sure to send me an email, which is listed on the back of the book, and I'll put you into the private group or the companion Facebook group, and then you'll be able to get the PDF packets emailed to you as we go along. So here's another book that's new, and this book is Mindless Mandalas, and what's different about this book, it includes color palettes. So this is a full color book, and there's color palettes on each page. So rather than it being a color by number book, there are no numbers. You don't need color by numbers. Instead, for this book, I do have a color by number book that just came out too. I just don't have a copy of it. And this book has color palettes along the bottom of the page that you can actually reference. You don't have to use all of them, but maybe you want to say, well, I'm going to color the center of this mandala here with this. Maybe I'm going to put this yellow color here, and then maybe I'm going to put my pink color here on all of these, and then move on to maybe this color in the in-betweens. So this book has, this is an 8.5 by 11 book, has color palettes on every single page. It has 24 pages to color of either these simpler mandalas or and it has some interesting color palettes. Some that maybe you wouldn't even think to use together. Maybe you might not think to use a light brown, a dark brown, a gray, a golden yellow, a beige, and a dark green. So maybe color, this is a good book to kind of open your mind to what different colors you could actually use that would be even better. Hey, thanks, Julie. I'm almost done with my list. Are you really, Lynn? Cool. Very, very cool. So some of these have 6 different colors along the bottom, like these little mandalas here. And the line weight is a little bit different. It varies, and I did that on purpose because we wanted to kind of, some people like a thicker line weight, some people like a thinner line weight. But look at this color combo. Would you ever think to even pull out these colors? Kind of a neutral color palette. So we've got a blue, brown, green, black, because black is a color. Why not use black? Thank you, Bonnie. And then here's another kind of interesting color combination. Maybe you don't like the orange, so maybe you could leave that out for that day. Here's kind of a brighter one. And some of them are a little similar to each other, or you can kind of go back and say, you know, I really like this turquoise, but I don't see that turquoise in this one, and I'm going to add it onto here. So it's got these mandalas to color, and then it has more of these kind of like tangle mandala style, and you can kind of flip the book like this, and it has even more colors along the bottom. So, and here's another one similar. So the pages feel like they're a little bit shinier because it is a full color book, and that's what ends up happening. This book is $15.99 on Amazon, or you can get the PDF version on my website, or you can get the, which my website is still sick. So it will be, hopefully it'll be settled by tomorrow. Lynn is saying, I found that I was using colors I rarely use. Exactly. That's the whole point. That's the whole purpose of the book. And, I mean, look at this color combination. Kind of fall palette. Kind of a little bit of a fall palette. Another one that is kind of a color combo that you may not think of using. And again. So that's what this book is. So this is Mindless Mandalas. So, and it's called Mindless because you don't have to use your mind. It's already there. I mean, you have to use your mind to a point, but you can kind of go by the colors that are here. This is a little more complicated, a little simpler. So kind of a combination of tangled mandalas, bursting mandalas, and just mandalas. It would be a great creative challenge to use all of the palettes Anne is saying. I agree with you. I haven't even started coloring this book yet. But I know that I just kind of need some time to just kind of color it. The other book that I want to show you this morning, which has been such a popular, like, hot craze in coloring. This is like the hottest coloring craze right now. Mandalas in 3D. And this book is a square book, 8.5 by 8.5. Diana's saying, what would be the best medium to use? In that book, I like using markers on that page. But Lynn, what did you use to color it? I'm going to use my alcohol based markers. This book has mandalas that look like they give the illusion that they're in 3D. This is a popular book, and I have a second book called 3D Variety Coloring Book that has mandalas and clusters of flowers. And it has some of these dazzling mandalas that are in 3D also. I don't know if it's picking it up on camera, but and this is an 8.5 by 11 inch book. I mean 8.5 by 8.5 square book. So this one's a lot of fun to color. These look stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Oh, Lynn used Sharpies. I would definitely use markers in that book. I'm going to use my alcohol-based markers. And I'll be doing a color along with that book. I'll be doing a color along with the 3D variety book. I'll be doing a color along with this. So that's why the drop down, the break from color alongs until camp. Right, Paisley? Paisley says she'll use markers too. Okay, the dogs are giving me my alarm signal here. And I'm going to cut out a little bit early today. And Paisley, come here. Come here. Come here. I'm going to cut out a little bit early. I'll be back again on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Hope you have a great day, Paisley says. And I'll talk to everyone soon. Thanks, everyone.